Good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be with you again. I'm Katie Phillips, and I'm the founder of the School of Self-Love. I'm an intuitive and transformational coach, and I'm the host of My Menopause, the interview series. And today I have 5 interviews. They're blowing my mind. The last couple of days have blown my mind. I am learning so much. As I've said on most of the interviews so far, I'm really coming into this as the student. As a 43-year-old woman who is in perimenopause, who has decided that she wants to get clued up to make my own menopause as smooth and positive as possible. And I'm in the very luxurious position of having all of these amazing experts at my fingertips. So I thought I'd share them with you guys. And today now we have the pleasure of the company of the gorgeous Shelley Chapman. Hi, Shelley.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Shelley and I met just a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was 3 or 4 weeks ago. I don't remember, but I know that I cried.
I know.
Because Shelley, and the reason why Shelley's even doing this interview from her kitchen is because we had the most gorgeous conversation in her kitchen, and your maternal matriarchal energy I felt was so powerful, and everything about you was for me personally, and this is my interview series, so it's all about me. Your energy was a very mummy energy for me, which I felt like I needed. Like I bonded with you because I don't have my mum through menopause, and even though I'm in my 40s, I have my own child, I run a business, I'm a grown adult. I miss having my mum around, and I miss the chance to speak to a woman who's been through something that I'm about to go through, or I'm beginning to go through. I think we women need other women that we can look up to, who can inspire us, who can be our role models, who can have the wisdom and the life experience and the love, which you do. You've got so much love and care and compassion about you, which is why you're doing the amazing work you're doing. And I felt that, and I was like, I love you, and please do the interview from the kitchen, because it just makes
sense. Bless you. Yes, I have.
Yeah.
Welcome to the kitchen.
So I'm so glad to have you, Shelley. I was really, really looking forward to talking to you
today. Oh, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much for asking me. Honestly, I'm really touched. I really am.
Yeah, no, absolutely. You're welcome. So I'm going to introduce you by reading out your bio.
Oh.
I'm going to kick off your bio with sharing that you are the author, and if you want to hold up the book, you can. You're the author of Menopause Matters, Survive, Thrive, and Feel Alive. Look at that. What a beautiful book cover. Shelley believes that life after the menopause can be one of the most fun and exciting times ever. She helps women all over the world before, during, and after menopause deal with a lot of their symptoms naturally. Importantly, she helps to gently transform them into the women they want to be through a free, closed, and upbeat Facebook group and easy to follow online courses. Shelley, shall we dive straight in? And are you happy to share your own personal menopause story?
Oh yeah, ask away. I'm yours for an hour. Ask
Beautiful.
away.
Beautiful. So tell me, what was your menopause journey like?
A bit like you, I lost my mum a week after my 21st. The menopause didn't even come into my orbit at all. I didn't even think about it. You wouldn't at 21, for goodness sake. You're only just surviving puberty. So I ended up having to have an emergency hysterectomy at 43 with everything out. I didn't really think about the impact of that. I had 3 daughters. I've got twins who were then 8, and the eldest was 10. And I had the operation and everything else. I was sort of offered HRT. I didn't want to go down that route. All I knew is that I wanted to do it naturally, because as far as I was concerned, if my body was trying to get rid of stuff naturally, why would I put something in that's trying to fight that? Because somewhere along the line, personally, I thought my body will fight back. And I had enough on the plate, to be fair. So I decided to go through it naturally. Now, for me, it's been a very long journey. It's a very lonely one, which is why I ended up doing menopause help. Because as I said, I don't have a mum. I don't have any female side of the family. My sister is younger than me. lonely journey because nothing was said, very little research, nobody really to ask. HRT was the only option. So I was sort of left floundering, you know, swanning along like a swan on the surface and paddling like crazy underneath. So I've done huge amounts of research and found out what happened for other women and how they cope with it. So what I would say is tackle each symptom as it comes along. Don't wait for a symptom to come and then another one, then another one, then another one, and it all bogs down and it becomes a can of worms. And then suddenly you are this neurotic she-witch that doesn't even recognize herself, nor does your husband. Your kids are trying to avoid you. The doctors bracing themselves for when you come in through the surgery, because it's all piling in on you. So I tackled each symptom as it came along with a natural remedy, and they worked. Incredibly well they worked. So that was my menopausal journey, and I'm in 15 years now, which is very rare, very unusual, but none of us have an option. None of us have a time scale. None of us have, at the age of that, you will start it at that, let's pop it in the diary so that we can just sort of plan around it. It doesn't work like that. It's puberty in reverse. Mother Nature decides when you're going to go through puberty. Mother Nature will decide when you're going to go through the menopause. And all I would say is don't be scared of it. And after coming out the other side, what was the best time ever?
We're going to talk about that because I love your excitement about it. Exactly. So you had a hysterectomy. You're not the only woman I've spoken to this week who had their menopause begin because they had a hysterectomy. And a common story I'm hearing is that the women I've spoken to didn't know that was going to happen to them. They knew they were having a hysterectomy, but no one actually told them that means your menopause is going to begin. No,
I'm hoping if it's going to be talked about more, that women will be given more advice. It's a bit like when you have a baby and they say, well done, that was a lovely birth, and off you go home, and you think, I've got to wing this. It's exactly the same. Women are strong, women are amazing, and women will cope. It's just, if we can give as many women out there advice, tools, hints, tips, anything that will help, grab it, take it, and see what works for you, because every single woman is different. So what works for me might not work for you, but what works for you might not work for your friend. But there are so many options out there. There are so many things that you can try that you will find something. And the more you get on top of each symptom, the more you get your life back. And then the menopause doesn't actually come into your orbit. It's brilliant.
Yeah, and when you say your menopause has taken 15 years, are you so perimenopause is the symptoms up to experiencing your first 12 months without a period. This is what I've learned this week.
Yeah, 12 months is what they say. If you're going to be really safe, go to 16, because some women just on the cusp of 12 months have had a period.
So have you achieved menopause?
I do not, because I had the hysterectomy, that was...
Oh, that's it. Of course it is. Sorry.
I didn't have a build-up.
No, of course not.
All I had was slam dunk. And then what really surprised me is that I didn't have symptoms all in one go. It's like, all right, I'm 15 years into the menopause now. And the only reason I know I'm still in it is because I do have like night sweats. I will find something that will work. Because I'm amazed at how much choice there is out there that you can try. And I will find out what works for me. All the other symptoms, like 3 years ago, about 3 years ago, I woke up feeling really anxious. Now, I never suffered with anxiety. I suffered with stress. We all have stress in our lives. But this was like, oh my God, the world is going to end and only I know it. It was a real doom and worry and, it's awful, absolutely awful. So I get what women are going through with anxiety. So my husband said, go to the doctor. I said, but I'm not ill. And when I researched it, anxiety is a huge part of the menopause. It's because your hormones, even with me, are still all over the place. They'll settle down when they're good and ready to settle down. Mine obviously weren't. So I researched it and took a natural supplement, and within 2 days it was gone. So I take that supplement every single day. Wonderful.
Amazing. And so when you said that you chose to do your menopause naturally,
Yes.
what did that actually specifically look like for you?
Naturally was finding out what works naturally for certain symptoms. So with the anxiety, I researched it, and what I found out is that magnesium is the fourth most abundant mineral found naturally in your body. Naturally. As you go through the menopause, your hormones and everything deplete that supply. It's actually known as the happy hormone. It's not a hormone, but that's what it's known as. So if it's depleting and it's your happy hormone, obviously your happiness depletes with it. And that's what was happening with me. So magnesium citrate is the kindest on your stomach. You can get it through food, which I do to a point, but I think obviously mine tailed off. So I take a supplement, and I only take one tablet a day. They say 375 milligrams maximum a day you should have. Half of it in the morning, half of it at night. So you've got all day with one tablet, over the night with the next one. If you are getting diarrhea, that's your body saying you've got too much, you're taking too much, so lower it or half the tablet. But within 2 days, all gone.
Wow.
Natural supplement. So naturally my body was crying out for magnesium. Yeah. So I gave it back to it.
Yeah.
And my hair was falling out. So my hair was thinning. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's all right when men go bald. It's really not a good thing when women go bald. It's just not, and it's certainly not me. So that worried me because my hair was thinning. I mean, it's shocking. I even took to wearing a wig. That was shocking as well. So I found, again, a natural supplement. At the time, it was sea kelp.
Okay.
Oh, all grew back. I've just had it cut from here.
Oh, really?
It's extraordinary. So that all worked. Just brilliant. What else? How many do you want me to reel off? I couldn't carry my handbag. I mean, for a woman, seriously. That's just not on. It's not on. We hold our life in our handbags. I couldn't even lift it. You know, like you've been to the gym and you've had a real good, well, it's sort of a bit of a memory. But when you go to the gym and you have a good gym session, your arms really ache and you can't even lift the phone without doing this. It was happening with my handbag, and I thought, this is ridiculous. I ached, my fingers ached, everything ached. And I found out, again, a natural supplement, and that was glucosamine sulfate. All went.
Amazing.
I can lift weights now. Doddle.
You just come from yoga as well, haven't you?
I have. I plaited myself this morning. It was very, very funny. Somebody had to come and unplait me. It got very messy. Anyway, I was very proud of myself. But I take glucosamine sulfate every day. And omega-3, 6, 9 oil, vitamins. Vitamin D is really good for you. That also helps with happiness, and that also helps with sleep. There's so much help out there. I ended up doing an A to Z of symptoms, remedies and solutions. There is that many. There's an A to Z.
That's amazing. How can people get their hands on that?
Oh, here's one I prepared earlier. There you go. On Kindle.
On Kindle, $2.99. Bargain.
And the reason it's on Kindle is because as I found out and research more, I'm updating it all the time. Because the more you lovely women know what is out there and helping, like for some symptoms, there's a ream of solutions and remedies. Because as I said, we're all different, and what might work for one woman doesn't for another.
Yes.
So it's like insomnia. Also, crikey, what's a big one? Hot flushes. So with some women, marine sage works really well. For others, that doesn't work. Acupuncture does. Do you see what I mean? There's so many different solutions out there for you. All I would say is if you go down the supplement route, go down and find really good ones. Read on the back. If they've got bulking agents, you're not getting what you should be getting. The proper ones, the ones that have got all the goodness in from natural resource places and regulated. The one I get from is www.menopausevitamins.co.uk. And They're a bit more expensive than your normal high street ones, but they, oh my God. I mean, I've researched a lot of vitamins and they are definitely the best.
Amazing.
And they fit through your letterbox. Brilliant. So you don't have to be home. Oh, it's free P&P in the UK. Even better.
I'm actually interviewing Henrietta Norton, who founded Wild Nutrition. Their supplements are food state supplements. So
Right.
I'm interviewing her on Friday as well, and I think she specializes in women's health. And I think
just go as pure as you can.
Yeah.
Don't go with the bulking agents.
Yeah, I think she would agree with you. So just back to this piece about female role models, because it was really interesting how you touched me when we first spoke recently, and then the commonality between us. I lost my mum at 22, you lost yours at 21, and just that feeling of this time of your life, the importance of having female role models. So who was that for you in the end? Did you have that at all?
No.
So
that's why it was such a lonely journey.
Yeah.
I didn't have, I think that's partly why I wrote the book. If I had had something like that book, if I had had that cuddle, if I had had that feeling of I'm not the only one, it would have made all the difference in the world, And that's why it was a lonely journey. And that's why I don't want it to be a lonely journey for anybody else, because it doesn't need to be. It really doesn't. It's also doable. And that's just the symptom side of it. The rest of what I did to me was the most powerful thing.
So let's talk about that. Because this is when you really come alive. I know that menopause for you was an opportunity to reinvent yourself. Can you speak to that? Because you do it so well.
Well, I really get when women say, I'm getting old, right? Well, suck it up. We're all getting old. You can't avoid that. The thing that gets me the most is when they say, I'm disappearing into society. No, not having that. I'm certainly not going to do that. But what I did realise, especially when the girls grew up and they didn't need me so much, what I wasn't prepared for was time. That really blew me out the water. And I had time to think, who am I now? What do I want? Oh, heck. What am I going to do? Because when you're a busy woman and you've got your family, you don't actually have that much time for you. You tend to come a wee bit down on the scale. So when you're not needed as much and you have this time, you realise that you are not the same as you were 20 years ago. Again, suck it up. There's nothing you can do about that. Your figure certainly isn't. So what do you want to be? So I decided to find out. I had so much fun. I can't begin to tell you. I changed my hair more than once because I got it wrong first time. I changed my makeup. I rediscovered my eyes, which was very interesting because they do droop as you get older. There's ways around it. Don't worry about that. I found where my cheekbones needed to be. Redefined. Oh, my eyebrows. That was a shocker. I got those back. There's so much that you can find out, and there's creams that you can use.
Wait. How does one get their eyebrows back?
Use an eyebrow pencil.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Dead easy. You see, none of this is complicated. I mean, there are other choices and things that you can go for, and it's in the book. You've got to buy the book. There's all sorts of different things. If you haven't got time with the eyebrow pencil, there's things that are more permanent, but it's all talked about in the book. I found natural remedies, creams that I use at night, got rid of the wrinkles. Oh, the elixir of youth on my neck. You know this crepey handbag? Not a good look. Not a good look. And your face doesn't finish here. It finishes down there.
How do you fix the crepey neck?
Go read the book. No, I won't do that to you.
I need to.
That was so much fun. When you go to bed at night, you clean your face, really cleanse it. Coconut oil.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of coconut oil.
Oh, you will be bathing in it. It's wonderful. Coconut oil. Seriously, little bit on your hands and your face and your neck and your chest.
Yeah.
And then you lie like that because it's a bit greasy. You lie like that until it soaks in. Oh my gosh. Doesn't take long. And all those fine lines and wrinkles.
Yeah. I use it to cleanse with as well now, coconut oil.
Well, that's why your skin looks so good.
Thank you. It's improving.
So,
But
it is brilliant. Brilliant.
But for me, perimenopause came with adult acne. So I've come out the other side of it now, but I was very much in it leading into Christmas. It was awful, awful, awful. Like my hormones, you can just tell my hormones are all over the place.
Yeah, same thing. Just like puberty.
Yeah, it was like going through puberty. Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But coconut oil, don't use a lot of it because it could end up giving you spots. If you use it quite moderately, it's also got it's not only got a cleanser in it, it's got healing properties in it.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
So that'll help as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I did my makeup, skincare, I looked into that, found out what the experts wish you knew before you go and see them, please dear God, and most of us don't. We just go in with a photo and we think, yeah, and all that. I hope she goes out with something she likes. So that's all in courses that I'm putting together now. Everything that I learned, everything that I did, I'm putting together in little bite-sized courses. It'll go on the website, so it's all saying coming soon. Clothes, oh my goodness. Wardrobe, sort your wardrobe. Oh, that is so cleansing. Amazing. That was amazing. New friends and interests. That I think was one of the most powerful things, because what I didn't realize is that I changed, and the new friends now take you as you are. You don't come with any baggage. You don't have to explain anything. Oh, that was so refreshing. Lovely, absolutely lovely. Or pamper yourself. That was a toughie because we're not used to pampering ourselves, but anyway, that's in there. And losing weight at home. That was very surprising because obviously you put weight on during the menopause. A lot of it is not because of it. It's sort of a little bit of a byproduct, but as we get older, we get less mobile. We're not tizzing around like twits, after the family and children and everything else. And you do tend to put weight on. My advice is cut down on your portion sizes. You don't need as much food.
Yeah, it's interesting. I was speaking with someone, who was it? A couple of interviews ago, it would have been yesterday. And it was just that idea that so many of us eat the same as we always have, but we haven't quite added up the fact that we're more sedentary, like we're doing a lot more sitting around, not as much racing around, as much exercise, but we're eating the same and we're wondering why we're putting on weight. It's quite basic, but we don't get conscious to it.
The really easy, quick way of doing it is put your food on a smaller plate. Because automatically you eat first with your eyes. So if you see a smaller plate with food on it, you think, what's that? Well, I'll get through this. But it's less food. And the other thing I don't know if you know is it takes 20 minutes from your first mouthful to start getting digested.
Ah, right.
Most people have wolfed down a whole meal in 20 minutes. Yeah. And then they wonder why they feel so full. So the body goes, here we go. It's got a suitcase full of stuff coming down. I've got to pack this somewhere. Yeah. So they pack it around your hips, your legs, your stomach. It's got to go somewhere. So smaller portion on a little plate and chew slowly, because 20 minutes, by the time you possibly get through half of your food, you're actually full.
Yeah.
And don't eat late at night, because your body isn't designed to digest food at night. So it stores it. Yes. In pockets around your body. And the other bit of advice, as we get older, and as humans, we have an intolerance to wheat. So as we get older, our body can't digest it, deal with it, or it just sits there and ferments. So try and go gluten-free. Go in the free-from aisle. They've got pasta and bread and crackers and biscuits and all sorts. Try doing that.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful.
And the losing weight at home, yeah, you can do it. I was given a challenge to do some exercises at home using only a chair. and I was given the task of losing a stone. It took me 2 months, and I lost 15 inches overall, and all it took was 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day tops, down to 10 minutes. And I did that before my morning shower. Nobody knew. And then when I went on holiday, I just used the side of the bath instead of a chair. And that's going to be on the website too.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
Amazing.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so I'm really understanding, I'm getting a better feel for what you mean when you say doing it naturally.
Because if you do stuff for you, and if you go past the mirror and you think, oh, it's not bad, is it? Quite good. The knock-on effect, not only on you, but actually on your symptoms, is huge. Because instead of you concentrating on getting old or older, you're actually saying, I'm bloody good for my age, actually. I'm really pleased with that. And it just gets better and better. And the better, you know, when you pass somebody in the street, an older woman, and she looks good, you think, oh, I'd love to be like that. Doesn't she look good? You don't suddenly look at her and think, that's an old woman that's actually dressing quite nicely. You just think, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I'd love to. All of us can be like that. All of us can be like that in our own way. And the beauty is, as you get older, you get away with more. And also you go in under the radar. And then if you fudge up, you just say, oh, that's my age. It's wonderful. Honestly, it is so much fun. It is so much fun. You're doing new things, start new things. I started a new business. I mean, my gosh, I've written a book. I've mastered, well, nearly mastered, a laptop. Social media. I didn't know what social media was. I knew the microwave and a mobile phone just. And that was it. I've got over 6,000 followers. I think I know about 10 of them. It's just wonderful. There is a whole world out there, and don't let anybody tell you that there's nothing you can't do. Rubbish. If you want to do it, do it. As long as you're not hurting you or anybody else, what have you got to lose?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. You just do it so naturally, just really modeling the truth that the way you think, your mental attitude towards something is going to have such an impact on your experience. And you just decided, and it really is, I mean, this goes back to basic coaching that I do, that the most basics is like, you get what you think about, and everything is a choice. We get to make a decision. And that was the case for me. You know, when I realized I was in perimenopause, what actually happened for me was my old societal conditioning kicked in and told me, oh dear, that means you're going to lose your libido. It's the end of your life. You're going downhill. It's no fun from now. You're going to suffer. It'll be horrible. And you're old. That was my conditioning. And then we have a choice, right? At that point, when I noticed I was doing it, that's when I stopped and went, I'm a transformational self-love coach. That does not compute to actually fall in line with conditioning that's sabotaging my experience of something very natural. So then it was, okay, let's challenge it and let's choose something different. You know, let's make a decision and choose a different way, which is exactly what you've done. You didn't follow the way that society has dictated a woman is to age. You decided, I'm going to reinvent myself. I'm going to start over. I'm going to create my second half of my life. And
create the new me.
Yeah.
Who I want to be now. But you see, a lot of what you've just said, a lot of women don't get that moment. They just do this. I'm not attractive. I lost my libido. Yes, that is a menopausal symptom.
Yes.
Chapter 21 in the book. Quite well. But please know that generally after the menopause, it comes back as good, if not better.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's hope. Always look on the positive. Always try and find the positive. There will be an end. It will finish. There is light at the end of the tunnel. There is so much fun and enjoyment to be had. You now have time for you. Use it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Because the majority of females will spend 50% of their adult life post-menopausal. That's an awful lot of time.
It's an awful lot of time.
Thank you very much. I want to grow old disgracefully.
Disgracefully. I joke with my son that I'm going to be a bad grandma one day.
Yeah.
Like, as in a great grandma, but like a naughty, bad grandma. Going to try and
That's
get away
exactly
with.
what I'm going to be, weeing along on the trolleys in the supermarket, and
Yeah.
all of that. Because as you get older, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
No, you really can. I mean, I'm living proof of this. Seriously, it's wonderful.
I love it. Shelley, I'm just going to remind anybody who's in the Zoom space right now, if you do have any questions, or one has just popped up, if you do have any questions at all for Shelley, please just, if you see at the bottom of your screen that says Q&A, just go in and type your questions, and in a minute I will ask them to Shelley. And if you are watching this through the Facebook Live, you are more than welcome to leave your questions. We're not going to answer them live on this call, but Shelley or I, I'm sure, can come back in and answer those later today or tomorrow. So yeah, don't hold back, still ask the questions. And in fact, why don't we just quickly see what the Q&A is doing here. Jean, lovely Jean, has been on every single interview so far. She's amazing. Couple questions here. One for you, Shelley, is I had a conversation with women at work discussing at what age you should cut your hair shorter. What do you think about this? I love to see long grey hair, but find it a rare thing to see. That's a really nice question. I like that. What do you think, Shelley? When should a woman cut her hair?
When she wants to. Yeah. There's no rules. There are no rules. The best way, my darling, is if you've got, obviously you knew I was losing my hair, and I grew it because I thought, oh, long hair. But when I had it down, I ended up putting it up. I've got a little pea head. So it just didn't suit me. So the best thing to do is, I tell you what you can do. Go and try wigs on. That's a good thing to do. Pile it up in a wig and have a bob, have a short one, have a mid one, have a play. Go with a friend, have a giggle, and just see what suits you. And try and get it in, if you're going grey, fabulous. There are some seriously sexy looking grey-haired women out there. The only advice I would give you is have silver lights put round the front. If you're going grey, pepper it with silver lights, and especially around the front. It's a lot more flattering. But try wigs on first, rather than going drastic and have it all chopped off. And your husband said, I told you it wouldn't suit you. You don't need to do that. So have a good old coffee and a play, and then see what you like. Or just, put it up or fake it and see if you like a bob or down here. Just see what suits you. There are no rules.
I like the idea of there are no rules, and to just play and be curious. Like, we don't have to take it all so seriously, do we? This is definitely a time to start breaking a few rules and having a bit of
rules,
right?
Great rules. And if you have your hair done and you think, oh dear, that was a bit of a mistake, guess what? It'll grow.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Yep, I chopped off my hair about there 2 years ago, and I will never do it again, ever. I will be the long-haired grey woman. No trouble. I'm actually looking forward to it.
Honestly, have a look on Pinterest or even Google women with grey hair, and oh my goodness, you see all different lengths, but oh wow, stunning.
Well, young girls are dyeing their hair grey now, like silver, aren't they? That sort of look.
Yeah, even young ones are. Give it time, love. It'll come through naturally like that.
Yeah. Jean also asks, she said she's heard caring for hair becomes more difficult. What do you say to that?
It can dry. Due to your hormonal changes, it can dry. Definitely use a product when drying it, because it's the ends that tend to get dry the most. And then you'd think, well, I'm dry here and I'm greasy there. Get hair products. To be honest, yes, you will pay a little bit more, but it is so much better and they're far better quality. Go to the hairdresser. The hairdresser will advise you what is the best for your hair. And you might be surprised, it might not be what you think. But it is a far, far better quality in the hairdressers. They're not, oh, well, of course it's more expensive because they're putting their, markup on it. It starts at the hairdressers and then it filters down through to the shops and supermarkets and things like that. So you will be getting much better quality, far less I wouldn't say bulking agents, but watering down agents. So it'll be a lot more effective for your hair.
Perfect.
You're very welcome.
What is your top tip for moving through the menopause with ease and grace?
Tackle your symptoms as soon as they arrive. Look in the A to Z and see if it is a menopausal symptom. You will know. There's this thing called your gut instinct. You'll know whether it's something you need to go to the doctor about. You'll know. Or you'll think something's not quite right. So look at the A to Z and think, oh my God, I think that's it. Try the natural remedy. Try the natural solution. See if it works. A lot of women in their the months of the periods all over the place, they're heavy, they're light, then whoa, no periods, fantastic, and the periods come back again. The doctors can't do a lot for them. So your symptoms will start coming to you. Try and tackle them as each one comes along. You might find you don't need to go near HRT, which is great. You might need to find that the only thing you want to do is HRT, which is fine. Research it, see what you're comfortable with, see what sits well with you.
Okay.
It's your life, it's your choice.
Yeah.
They're your rules.
Yeah, I love it.
And seriously, gut instinct.
Gut.
It really is. And then, when you don't, you think, I'm a less of a woman. All right, I've had my womb and ovaries taken out. Oh my God, freedom. No period pains, no period. I can wear white trousers. I can pack for holiday. I don't have to think about, do I tie the pill over? Save your pennies and, every month go out and buy or collect it all together and go, new handbag, new shoes. Oh, have fun. Just have fun.
Instead of sanitary products?
Yeah. Seriously, tot up. They're going up in price. Tot up how much you're saving. And treat yourself. This is all about you. All of this is about how you feel, how you deal with your symptoms, how you want to grow old. Do you want to grow old feeling fitter? Go power walking. Doesn't cost anything. 5 minutes there, 5 minutes back. The difference it makes to the way you feel, your mind, your worries, your skin. It'll help with osteoporosis because your bones never actually stop generating. It's only because we sit and do nothing. Oh, well, I'm old. No. Go power walking. And then when that's easy, either do it faster and go further. 5 minutes there, 5 minutes back, or 10 minutes there, 10 minutes back. It doesn't matter. Just put some trainers on, go around the block. That's all it's going to cost you. The benefits are massive, massive. It's also doable. It's also easy. It's not frightening.
What can a woman expect after menopause?
Fun.
Fun.
Have a wish list. Have a bucket list. Do a bucket list. Do it now. No matter where you are in the menopause, do it now. All the things I would love to do. If somebody could wave a magic wand over you, what would you love? I'd love to do this. I'd love to do this. Write a list of all the things you'd love to do. And then on the other side, write a list of how would you feel, or what would you be like, or what would your life be like if you didn't do it?
Yeah.
That is very sobering, because the worst thing a woman can ever do is to get, to, 70, 80, 90, and said, I wish I'd done that. I wish I'd done it sooner. If I had my time again, your time is now. Use it, enjoy it, experiment, get it wrong, get it right. Just don't hurt anybody and don't hurt you. The most amazing things will come into your life, I promise you. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Don't be scared. There's always an answer. There's always a remedy. There's always a solution. And you will come out the other side. I promise you, you will come out the other side. Oh, talk about light at the end of the tunnel. Honestly, it's wonderful. I'm having the time of my life.
I can tell.
I really am. I don't think I've ever been happier. I don't think I've ever had so much to look forward to. I started a new business. I mean, my God, I started at 57. I started at 57. Who's going to do that on internet? Please. I even got the microwave wrong. There's nothing you can't do if you want to do it. And if I got it wrong, do you know what? It will lead me down another road, one that I'm meant to go down. Try anything. Oh, I'll give you an example. Have I got time for an example?
Go for it.
Shocking nails. You know, like paper. Always have been. And I used to have tips, nail tips, until I realised I was spending a fortune on bloody nail tips. So I think it was 4 years ago, I went and got qualified as a nail technician. So I do my own nails now.
Amazing.
I love it. If I want to have blue, I've got purple on now. It's so cool. But I've become a nail technician. Now, why can't women do that? 55, go and become a nail technician. How many other 55-year-old women would love to have gel nails or nail tips or anything? Or can you think of the conversations you'll have? How many friends you'll get? Become a mobile 55-year-old nail technician. No woman of 55 wants to sort of being sat in front of a stunning-looking 20-odd-year-old with no lines, wrinkles, bags, lumps, bumps, or anything. But if you was sat in front of somebody who's 55, 60, and she's just started a business, you think, oh, I could do that. You can do
You
anything.
can come do my nails anytime. I love it. I would love for you to have your energy in my kitchen.
Oh, darling, we'd talk from dawn to dusk.
We would.
But
Shelley,
do you see, there's nothing you can't do. Nothing. Oh, and I'll tell you the other thing. What did I want for my birthday? I wanted to learn about, I know how to put makeup on, but I wanted to know how to really put it on. So I did a 3-evening makeup masterclass.
mm-hmm.
Oh, that was interesting. Especially for me, how not to do my eyebrows. So they look like a couple of slugs. That was a big no-no. They gave me these false eyelashes to put on. A little bit too long. I looked like a transvestite. It wasn't a good look. And then I also figured out I can't have too dark a lipstick because I look like something out of the Munsters. Who's that woman who's out of the Munsters?
Shelley, you need to be doing stand-up comedy around.
But what I did learn is what to do and how to do it and how to accentuate my eyes and just try these things. It's so much fun. So much fun.
You are such an inspiration. Can you share just your final message? If you could just give one word of wisdom to a woman that's going through perimenopause, what would that be?
Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Join a Facebook group. Get the support. Feel the hug and the love. Join Facebook groups that will give you the positivity and the help and the advice and tips, anything that makes your life easier. There is no stupid question. It's either, yeah, we can help you, or possibly I think you need to go to the doctor, or there's so much help out there. Grab it, take it. Don't be scared about it. Symptoms are minor. What you do with yourself has got the biggest impact it'll ever have on your life. Enjoy it.
I've actually got one more question just come in. Super question. This is a great one. Do you find you need to wax or shave your legs less now?
Yes, but I have to shave my face more. You get this awful shocking downy facial hair, and then the odd whisker. I don't do whiskers. No. And do you know what I use? I use an Epilady.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Have you heard of an Epilady?
Yeah.
I use that. And honestly, the first time you use it, you think, this is so not going to work because it hurts. But you go, and it does. It's a little bit like nettle stings. But each time you do it, it hurts less. And I Epilady about 4 times a year, if that. Oh, it's wonderful. It takes it all off. And then I move to my arms. And then I move to my legs.
Beautiful.
It's easy. It's easy. But that's, this downy face is not a good look, especially when the sun comes from a different angle.
You're hilarious.
No, I don't do that. So yeah, an Ep lady.
Where can people get your book?
Oh, they can get it. Can just be menopausehelpbook.co.uk, or put Menopause Matters, or put Shelley Chapman into Amazon.
Okay.
It'll come up with that. And then again, Shelley Chapman, A to Z. This one, please, all women.
Yeah.
Look at the nails. Nail technician. That one will really, really help you. Because don't be scared. Don't hide from it. Have a look through. Think, oh, I might have it. I mean, there's all sorts in there. Some will really get you raising your eyebrows. But who knows? And if you're not sure, join my group. Join my group, and it's my Facebook is Practical Menopause Help, or Shelley Menopause Help, and the closed Facebook group is Menopause Help Before, During, and After.
Beautiful, Shelley.
I'd love to see you.
Much. Thank you for your time today. Thank you for your energy and your optimism and your wisdom and just your general passion for life. I've really enjoyed talking to you.
Oh, I've loved it. And I want you all to feel the same way, and you can.
Yeah.
You really can.
Beautiful. Thank you, Alan. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, sweetie. Thank you for asking me.
Lots of love to you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.